What's up, guys? Today is August 15th, and tomorrow the Premier League starts. I cannot wait. It's something I watch all the time. I watch tons of games every year. I watch all the Liverpool games, all 38 of them. I'm a Liverpool fan, for those who don't know, and I'll try to be as unbiased as I can. But as I said, I watched 38 of those Liverpool games, and then any other ones that are on. So tomorrow I'll be watching three games. I'll be watching the United game early in the morning, the Arsenal game in the afternoon, and then probably taking my pick of the other games that are on at 10. But but yeah, I watch a ton of it. And in this video, I want to just go through my predictions. People like hearing predictions, discussing them, whatever. Um, and yeah, but for now, I'm gonna go 1 through 20 real quick, and then I'll discuss how I think they're gonna end up, or why I think they're gonna end up there, and whatever. So here we go. Number one, Chelsea. Manchester City second, Arsenal third, Liverpool fourth, Manchester United fifth, Everton sixth, Tottenham seventh, Newcastle eighth, Stoke City ninth, West Ham 10th, Southampton 11th, QPR 12th, Hull City 13th, Sunderland 14th, Leicester 15th, Swansea 16th, Aston Villa 17th, Crystal Palace 18th, Burnley 19th, 20th, West Brom. And that's how I think it'll end up. I guess I'll start from the bottom. For those, yeah, I'm sorry about that. For those who don't know, Crystal Palace lost their manager right before the season started, Tony Pulis. They'll be going into the Arsenal game without a manager, which should be terrible for them. I think they're going to get beaten, obviously, pretty badly, personally, but um, it's very difficult to just skip a manager here. I mean, it's very difficult to get off to a bad start and then pick yourselves up and do well, especially after a situation like this. Um, they haven't had too many new signings. Martin Kelly, Fraser Campbell, one more. I forgot who it was. I think, but it's just, I mean, they haven't added too much, and that's, I imagine, what Pulis was upset about. But he's left, and I think they end up going down this year. It's very difficult to replicate what he did last year. He did a great job, but I think they go down this year. Burnley, I think Burnley are at it from the get-go. They haven't. I mean, they brought in signings, but nothing too major. And the only thing I would say about Burnley is to watch their striker, Danny Ings. He's a good goal scorer, and he's one of those players who can turn a 0-0 into a win really late, or a loss into a draw. He's perfectly capable of that, and I would just watch out for him. Good player, and if they go down, you can guarantee he will definitely not be playing at Burnley next year. Next or last, I have West Brom, and I just think this is it. I mean, last year I thought they were lucky to stay up. This year they haven't added really too much. They added a DA, and but that's about it. They haven't improved too much anywhere else, and I think this year's the year. I mean, they had a really good year a couple years ago, but I put a lot of that on Lukaku. I think Lukaku is the cause of a lot of things that happen in this league. But let me go back to the top. I think it's a two-horse race personally, Chelsea and Manchester City. I think Chelsea win it. It's very difficult. I mean, last year they had some hiccups real late. Lost to Aston Villa, things like that. But I think experience is nice this time of year, or this time around. My bad, not this time of year. This time around, when they get off to a good start, they play Burnley away to start with, and if they win that, I think they'll set themselves up nicely. They are one of those teams that'll you won't score on really, and they only really need the one. I mean, they only conceded 27 goals last year in 38 games, and as the old saying goes, if you don't concede, can't lose. And they're with their new signing, Diego Costa, they can probably grab themselves a few goals. Um, and then City second. I think they're going to be focusing well on the Champions League. It's about time they broke through in that competition. I think it's very important for them this year to advance pretty far in that competition. So I think they'll be focusing on that a little bit more, and we'll see. And I think they finished second. Arsenal third. Arsenal probably had, I guess you can call it the best signing. I guess it is to me. Alexis Sanchez brings a new dimension to them, but I don't think they've improved enough to push themselves up into the top two. Um, they've only signed Chambers, who I don't think will play too much, and then Debussy right back to replace Sanya, and then Jesus, what's his freaking name? Sanchez, just automatic. This is where it gets tricky. Liverpool 4th, United 5th, Everton 6th. I think Liverpool are going to finish above Everton, but I have a hard time placing United. I think they'll benefit from not having any Europe, but I think I think people are getting too high on them to finish in the top four. This is the same squad that is last year, leaked goals. They haven't signed any defenders yet, and their back three, which he's going to play with, is going to be Jones, Evans, and Smalling, and that's just not going to cut it. They're going to get beat for pace on a lot of goals. I think they're going to score a lot. I think they're also going to leak a lot. And Luke Shaw will be out the first month. What I can say for them is that they've got a pretty easy start to the season, and I think that'll go a long way. It always does. Liverpool, on the other hand, they may have lost Suarez, but they've added a lot of talent around Lallana, Markovic. We've improved at both wingback areas. Manquillo looks a good signing. Moreno will be a good signing. And then Lovren, where we were leaking goals, he's that commanding presence that'll be difficult to deal with going forward for other teams. And then, the rest is kind of muddled. Tottenham, they haven't improved enough for me. Newcastle made a good signing with Cabella. For those who don't know, Cabella's a good player, that boy. And then I think Stoke have a good year. I think Mark Hughes has done a good job over there. They haven't signed too many, but they've signed some good quality players, Kirkic and some others of that nature. Southampton lost all those players. I think they dropped. I think West Ham have a good year. Queen's Park, I think they learn, and they stay up this time about. But the rest is just a bit muddled. And but yeah, guys, that's how I think the Premier League is going to go. And that'll be it for this video. And leave your comments. I'm interested to see what you guys think. So peace.